Ooh, that was good. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Dolphins Daily, your daily dose of Dolphins content with your boy, Chris Kane. Let's talk some Dolphins. So, we are in free agency season. I'm sure you've seen ESPN. People are dropping left and right. Tyler Lockett's been let go. Devontae Adams being let go. So, a lot of stuff happened in free agency. Something that can happen in free agency, though, is that a team could have a potential free agent on their roster. And if they don't want you to go just purely out there to test the market, they could do something called tendering you, which basically means we want to hold on to you. And if someone wants you, they have to give up assets to get you from us. Also, we can just resign you. Typically, that's what you want to do, right? You don't want to tender somebody and then not keep them. That doesn't make a lot of sense. So the Dolphins tendered two of our free agents, Cameron Good and Keon Smith. Cameron is a linebacker. Keon's an offensive tackle. And both of them missed most of last year. Good played a little bit at the end, the last couple of games, mostly like special teams. Keon missed whole year. Both had knee injuries, Dolphins injuries, bears repeating, right? But there are a lot of teams during the year being like, "Hey, what's up with Cam and Keon?" And the Dolphins were like, "Oh, so y'all think they're valuable to your organization? Nah. If you want them, give up some compensation, right? Which makes the most sense. Also, we like to keep them. Grant DeBose, who is also a upcoming free agent, is not being tendered, which means that he can just go. And I don't mean that like get out of here. I mean like he can just be a free agent. So if someone signs him, he's out. He could also re-sign with the team, probably at a lower rate, maybe practice squad. We'll see. You remember he had a concussion this year, really brutal, and the report came out a couple of days ago that he's going to be healthy enough for training camp and for next season. And I think that could have been his PR team being like, "Hey, if you want to take a chance on him, he's not going to be concussed. He's going to be fine." The Dolphins apparently don't want to take the risk. We have other people in our pipeline. We just chose not to go that route. So Grant, unfortunately, will most likely to not be on the team next year. And hopefully we keep Keon and Cam around. Again, the offensive tackle situation is a weird one because we mentioned Kendall Lamb yesterday, another offensive tackle, saying, "Hey, I don't want to retire, but he's an upcoming free agent." So if the fact that we tendered Keon tells me that Miami values him and his contract more than a potential extension to Kendall Lamb, which tells me that Kendall Lamb will not be back with the Dolphins next year. We wish you the best. But if you see this story today and you're like, "What is tender? What does that mean?" It just means we're keeping you, and if somebody wants you, they got to give up a little bit of to get you on their squad. And I saw another report today. The backup quarterback carousel has been all over. We went fishing for Mariota. We ate some Jameis earlier. That's crazy. But the report today is that Gardner Minshew is another free agent casualty. So Gardner Minshew is being let go today by Vegas, and he's going to be just a pure free agent. Now, some of us know from the Florida region, the shoe was Jacksonville's quarterback at one point, and they were all right, right? They were fine. He's been all around the league though. Like he was there, he was with the Colts, he's with the Raiders. Here's what Gardner Minshew is. He's good enough to make you want to believe, but bad enough to just rip it from under you every time. The minute you start believing in the shoe, the minute you're like, "Yo, we may have got a bargain at quarterback. Yo, Gardner's he got something. It's the stash. It's the I don't know what it is. His shirt is off. Something about it." Gardner just walks around with his shirt off all the time. Not important. It's something about man. Gardner's that dude. And then when you need him most, that boy will let you down. Oh, he'll let you down. But then when you least expect it, he balls out. It's like, what is this? He played well against the Chiefs last year. No, that was Aiden O'Connell. Ooh, sorry, wrong one. I think he actually played okay the first time he played. But Minshew is probably actually a really good backup. He's a really good guy that, hey, quarterback just got hurt. You're not warmed up getting a game. He's got a lot of Fitzpatrick in him. There's a lot of Fitzpatrick in Gardner Minshew. Now that I'm saying it out loud, this wasn't part of my script. There's a lot of that because when Fitzpatrick was a starter, he was right up near the playoffs with Buffalo once. Got Miami right around 8-9 wins, but can never really get over the top. Didn't win a playoff game. But how many moments did Fitzpatrick come in and give you a little bit of that Fitz magic and light it up? And we thought, yeah, we like this guy. But then it's like, you can't live with this guy. Gardner Minshew has a lot of that in him. Where it's, I like a lot of what you're doing. You have skills. You know the game. You obviously pick up offense as well. Your arm is okay. You're a little bit athletic. He does a lot of he's actually the prototypical backup quarterback where there's no threat to him to be the starter. He's been pretty healthy in his career. And I've never heard anything bad about him in the locker room. Like, he doesn't seem to be like a jerk or, you know, doesn't take the job seriously. What I know is living out in LA, and we get a lot of Raider games out here because that's like kind of a local team or whatever. I watched a lot of Shoe this year, and that boy devastated Raider fans this year. I was watching because I watch games like at bars because I want to see like 6 games at once, and there's always Raider fans. Raider fans are deep in LA because I used to be here. And when Shoe would throw a pick, the dejection, just the oh my God, Shoe, what are you doing? Like, it broke so many Raider fans. But then when they had to come back against Baltimore and he beat Lamar, people were like, "That's what we told y'all, Shoe's that man." That's what Shoe is. If you don't expect a lot, you get a lot back. It's like going to the dollar store. You're like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick up the trash bag," and then all of a sudden the trash bag is actually surprisingly durable. Like, "Oh, it's pretty good." But then you take that trash bag outside to try to put leaves in it, and then it just starts splintering. You're like, "Man, these ain't leaf bags." No, they're not leaf bags. They're just good enough for household trash. You can't take that bag everywhere. Gardner Minshew is low risk, moderately low reward, but he's okay. I personally, not the biggest Gardner fan. I was at Jacksonville a little bit. Maybe I just fell for the stash, whatever it was. I think he would be kind of a last resort kind of guy to me. So let's say like Jameis and Mariota are like 1 and 2. If those two fall off and they don't feel confident like a Will Howard or someone in the draft, and Gardner will probably be floating around, then maybe I'll go for him. But I'm definitely not like, woo, let's go get us some Gardner. I wouldn't feel great about it, but it wouldn't be the worst thing if it happened. And finally, Dolphins talking Chubb. Now, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I mentioned, wait until you start hearing these restructured conversations. You already started hearing it with Tua. You might hear it with Tyreek. And I said, look out for Bradley Chubb. Because I do not believe he's coming in next year for Miami with his current contract. Sure enough, today, Miami came out interested in keeping Chubb, ... at their price. You know what that means? We need you to do some restructuring, big dog. That's all that means. Don't fall for the smoke and mirrors of, because they say, oh, Chubb has some say in the matter. Bradley Chubb did not play at all last year. Whatever his open market value is, it is heavily depressed. The last time he was really good was 2 years ago, and he got hurt in that year too. Like, it's been a far reach from the last time you were good. You're getting older. You've been injury prone. And again, he's already has the money. He already has a contract. The idea that he would spurn Miami and go free agent makes no sense. He will not get that money in the free agent market right now because honestly, we don't know if he's good enough to get it. But Miami is in the restructured business. You're going to hear about this going forward. We already got Teron Armstead saying our restructure. Tua's going to have to restructure. They may have to restructure Tyreek and Waddle. But for sure, Chubb is going to get restructured if he wants to stay. Now, Anthony Weaver's like, hey, I would love to have him. We can get our four horsemen going at the same time. Throw Jalen, who again also has been injury prone. That Chubb, or Chop Robinson. We going out here, we going at people. That all makes perfect sense, like conceptually. But you have to pay to play. So I have not heard anything on Chubb's camp about whether he is going to accept it or not, or if he's going to like try to like buck the trend. I see no reason why he wouldn't. But this is a conversation of we gotta move that money around. That's all this is. And I believe he's going to. I think it saves like $9.5 million, which is a lot of money at this point, salary cap wise. And for Miami to do what I've been saying they're going to do, they are not playing this safe. Oh, you're $1 million guy here, you're $2 million guy here. I believe Miami has somebody big in mind. They have either big O lineman or a big D lineman or a big time DB that they know we got to cough up some bread to, and we don't have the money, but we can get the money. That's like when Colorado signed Coach Prime. And he was like, this is my number. And they were like, we ain't got it today. Let's make a few phone calls. And guess what happened? They found the money. And now he's at Colorado, right? So I think we know the top players in the free agent market, there's a lot of teams that already have money, right? The Washingtons, the Patriots, that just Panthers, who can just spend money. We don't got it now, so we're like, let's get all this restructured now. and we hope we can sell McDaniel to a solid organizational structure, and maybe we can pull somebody with a little bit less money, Florida taxes, whatever. But I fully expect Bradley to restructure his contract. You might be hearing that by the time this episode drops. All of a sudden, Chubb agrees to restructure. I don't see a reason why he wouldn't do it. He gets to keep his money to stay on the team. He'll probably be like on a snap count next year, which is even better for him. So he might elongate his career. I see no reason why he wouldn't do it, other than pure ego of I ain't restructuring nothing. I do what I want. All right, I probably won't do that though. So you're gonna hear a lot of restructure talk. We got free up some money. Cowboys just did it with CeeDee Lamb. He's like, yo, I'll give some money back because that's what the game is. You can pay your people, but then when they restructure, they allow the team to keep building the team. We'll see what happens. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in to Dolphins Daily. I appreciate the love and support. We hit 600 subs this morning. Crazy. I woke up and said, 600! We're on the road to 1,000. I would love, we're in March now. I would love to by June 1st. Let's put that number out. By June 1st to be at 1,000 subs, which is absolutely crazy. You guys are the reason why we do this. Basically daily. I appreciate the love and support. We'll see you guys next time on Dolphins Daily. Peace.